Well, hello, everybody. How are you doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm your teacher, Joshua Porter, Director of Spokane College of English Language. And I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late today. I just got back from traveling 2 days ago, and the last 2 days I have been sick in bed. It's been pretty bad. Just, you know how travel can be. If you've ever been on an airplane or a tight, crowded bus, you can, catch a lot of germs and get really sick. So I'll go a little bit slower today. My head still hurts quite a lot, but I'm starting to feel better. I also have a bit of a sore throat and a stuffy nose. So if my pronunciation sounds a little bit muffled today, it's because I'm still a little bit sick. But it's okay. Don't be sorry for me. I'm happy to be here in class. I have some warm coffee here to wake me up and open up my sinuses, and maybe we'll have a chance to review some medical terms that we used when we were talking about Chinese and Western medicine and the comparison and contrast, if you guys are longtime students. If it's your first time, say hello. I want to say hi to the students that I do know. Looks like a lot of return visitors here. We have Sarbajit, we have Floyd, Bharat is here, Fanny's here, Fatis, Manik is here, Rosa is here. It's always good to see you back, Rosa. I know you had a lot of work in school that you were doing and catching up on. Diri's here, Aviv, hi, Barbaros, Walid, hello. Aviv, thank you for the well wishes. Trong is here, Marcelo. We have so many great students in class today. This is going to be an awesome class. Vivek is here, of course. ABM, this is your first time here. No, but you had the first comment. You've been here before. All right. Wow, okay. We had a French Leo's here as well. Okay, you guys are great. Thank you for being here as always. Happy to see you, Adam. You said first time, been here a while. So this is your first time in class, or you've been in class for a while? Either way, let me know, and we'll get to chatting. Some people view the class, and they view it a few times before they decide to chat. So if this is your first time, or if you've been here before and you just haven't interacted in the chat, it's a great way to interact and learn and practice those English skills. You're practicing your typing skills, your writing skills, your listening skills, reading comprehension. Because you're listening to me, you're reading the comments that students write, and I will try to correct grammar in the comments when I can. Antonio, it's your first time here with us. Everybody say hello to Antonio. Our students are very welcoming. They love new students coming in, and it's a great place to make friends also. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, thank you Sarbajit for welcoming Antonio there. I think a lot of people have become friends in this class and chat on Facebook and stuff afterwards. So if you want to add me on Facebook, I've been pretty bad about checking it lately because I've been traveling, but I will bring up my Facebook page here and let you guys add me if you want. And then, it's a great place to continue practicing English and whatnot. So here is my page. And my college has a page as well, the Spokane College of English Language. I will share that in the chat as well. In fact, let me get this up on the screen. So here's my page, and then here is the college where I work. This is really cool too. There's lots of former students on here. So you can chat with them and ask them questions about what it's like to study here in the USA. So check those out. But I'm going to get straight to the lesson today because we want to get into learning again, right? So today's topic, again, this is English for academic purposes. English for academic purposes is a class where you can hone your academic English skills. Where might you need academic English skills? You might need them in the workplace. It doesn't mean you're necessarily going to an academic institution. Maybe you are going to a 4-year university in the United States or Canada or any other English-speaking country like Australia. Or maybe you just want to improve your academic English, which is business English, formal English, professional English. Think about it as moving from, your local football club to a team that might play in the World Cup, right? This is that level of English. It's professional English. So this will prepare you for university or a business career, is the way I like to describe this class, what we talk about. So we talk about world issues and we talk about academic issues, things that you might learn in college, topics about medicine or historical novellas, literature, all that kind of good stuff. So let's see. And if you request me as a friend, I'll add you and all that stuff later on. If you sent me an email, if you're a premium subscriber and you have sent me an email in the last week, actually, and I haven't gotten back to you, don't worry, I will. Between travel and being a little bit sick, I haven't had a chance to check that, but I will check that and get back to any emails or questions that you guys have. If you want to become a premium subscriber, it's easy to do. You just go to smartenglish.com/live/live, and this will give you a beautiful list of our classes, what you get, how to get a free month trial, your different teachers, and what it's all about. There's this goofy guy right here. So sign up for the classes. If you haven't, check out the free month. It's awesome. This is really cool too. Take an English level test. I'm going to put this link in the chat as well. Let me see here. Sorry. Okay. There we go. I want to make sure I get the URL correct. So here's an English level test. Ella, hi, how are you? Good to have you here. If you want to take a level test and see what your English skills are, check that out. Somebody from our team will get back to you and let you know your placement level and then give you a little advice on how to improve that. If you want to come and study with us, definitely apply as well. There's lots of financial aid opportunities for you out there for those who qualify. So check that out. Let's see here. So today's topic, deforestation. First up, while I am making notes for the class, I would like you guys to define for me, what is deforestation? You might pick out a word in here, root word, forest. Let's just do a quick Google search. Google image, I use this a lot in class. Forest, what is a forest? I think from those images you can understand what a forest is. It is a collection or group of trees that collectively we call a forest. So, what is deforestation? What might that be? What is deforestation? That is our topic for today, deforestation. This is going to be our notes for the class. Today is the 13th of April, 2017. Deforestation. So, what is it? Leo says, when you cut too much trees, many, Leo, many is for countable nouns. Trees are countable, so we'd say many. Too many trees, you deforest the forest. I like that. Yes, that sentence is it's fun. It's a fun sentence, deforest the forest. Deforestation is the noun version of the verb, deforest. The verb's not common. You can use it like that. I don't see any reason why you couldn't. But deforestation, we usually talk about it as the noun, the T-I-O-N, shun. So, yes, you destroy the forest. Deforestation is to destroy. Demolish, Barbaros. Barbaros says demolish. That's a good synonym. So these are going to be our notes and our assignment if you're a premium subscriber. So our notes define deforestation. So I'm going to make a definition from your lovely input in the chat here. So what is Deforestation. All right, deforestation is when destroying, or what was that word again? I liked it. Demolish. I don't know what is happening with my view perspective here. It's freaking out a little bit. Demolishing a forest, or destroying, really got to figure that out. Destroying too many trees so that the forest cannot survive. So I know these the text is a little bit small, probably hard to read, but this is as far as I can zoom in without the screen sort of auto zooming. I'll fix that. I'll figure out what's going on. Oscar asks, deforestation in the Amazon been increased? You're missing a word there. You want to say, I'm going to call this part chat questions. Chat questions. Has deforestation in the Amazon increased? Has it increased? We wouldn't say has it been increased. That would be passive. There's no reason to go passive there. You just say, has deforestation in the Amazon increased? Has this problem gotten bigger? That's what we're asking. Leo says, I would say humans cause deforestation. Yep, that's right. Humans are the #1 cause of deforestation. It's our fault. So it's our job to stop that and protect it. Rosa says, burning a forest as well. Yes and no, Rosa. Burning a forest can cause temporary deforestation. And humans do cause a lot of forest fires. There are natural forest fires that can deforest an area. But usually when lightning strikes and a big area burns, it's not long before trees grow again. Whereas when humans cut them down, it takes a lot longer for the forest to rejuvenate, to come back. So, Marcelo says it can be caused by a tsunami or volcano eruption. Yep, absolutely. Natural disasters can cause deforestation. So let's break this into 2 causes. What causes? So this is another chat question here. What causes deforestation? And I'm just going to make this font bigger so you guys can read it more easily. Is that better? So these are chat questions. What causes, and I need to learn to spell today, what causes deforestation? I would say there are 2 main causes. The first cause, there we go. There are 2 primary causes, 2 main causes. The first cause I would say is man-made, or humankind. Humankind caused deforestation. And then natural caused deforestation. So natural caused deforestation. Let's break these down further and say why. How do humans cause deforestation? What do we do? What do we do that causes this problem? What are some reasons? And then let's do the same for natural causes. So we've already been given a couple. We have, what do we have? We have tsunamis. We have volcano eruption. I said lightning. What else? What else causes deforestation? I'm just trying to catch up on the questions here. Okay. Burning a forest. Yeah, so would burning be human caused or natural caused? Probably both, right? Accidental burning. So someone throws a cigarette out a window of a car and it catches a forest on fire. What else can cause this? French Leo says, in Asia or Brazil, they cut the forest for having space to plant crops. So yes, cutting for agriculture. Agriculture is growing of products to be sold, so soybeans or peanuts, etc. In the Amazon, it's a major rainforest in the world, yes. Marcella, we say rainforest, not forest rain. Rainforest. It's a big problem for humans, I agree. Drought can cause deforestation. That would be an example of natural cause. Drought. Yes. What is drought again? Drought is when there's no water in an area for an extended period of time. There are human causes of drought as well, but we'll chalk that up to natural causes for now. Some places can vanish. Yes. You guys have very good vocabulary you're using in the chat. If you don't recognize one of the words that one of your peers is using in the chat, ask me, and I am happy to explain it for you. So if you have a question, just say, what does this mean? I'm trying to explain words that I see that you might want to know, so let me know if I missed something. Fire, D could be fire. We're down to E now, but fire again could be human-caused or natural. Fire would come from like lightning or something like that, maybe volcanoes. JB, that's okay. Glad you're here. Red radiation, not sure what that is, but maybe you can tell me. Okay. Arson. Arson is a word when someone intentionally burns something to cause damage. That would be human-caused. Accidental burning. Arson. Sure, we can put that down. That's different than accidental burning. Cutting for urbanization. That's a good one. For urbanization. Urbanization is people moving into a city and cutting trees to make space for houses and things like that. Marcelo, it could be a meteor. Yeah, possibly. Very creative way. It's probably not the biggest cause, meteor, but yeah, maybe a little bit. Vivek says dried. I think you mean drought. We talked about drought, possibly, maybe, Vivek. Tatiana says animal husbandry. I think you mean related to cutting for agriculture, cutting to make room for farmland to produce livestock. So we could put that in there. Livestock is the word we use for cows and pigs and chickens and farms that have animals that are consumed by humans or used by humans. Livestock. It's animals sold for the purpose of raising for human use, usually consumption, like food. Okay, development of infrastructure, that's related to cutting for urbanization. Earthquake would be down here. Yeah, earthquake could cause deforestation. Sure. Okay. Prairie fires are natural. Yeah, sometimes they're created by human beings to produce crops, things like that. They can be good too. Okay, so we've talked about some of the causes. I'm going to stop here with this and move on. But this is good dialogue. Good job, everybody, chatting it up. Love it. So we talked about a few different countries, and this is going to be a listening class. So I'd like to just preview this for the premium subscribers. This is going to be your homework for tonight. I want you to talk to some people in the chat afterwards, or talk with friends, family, sitting around the dinner table. Ask your family in English, if you can, if somebody speaks English at home, these questions, and say, what are some of the main reasons for deforestation in a particular country? Maybe your country, maybe the United States, maybe other countries, and who is responsible. We've talked about some in general, but we haven't talked about specific countries. And then what strategy has this country chosen to use in order to help fight deforestation? So why is there a problem in a particular country? And then what is being done about it? And then we're going to watch some videos, and we're going to listen to what the speakers say and talk about advantages and disadvantages. So we have about half an hour left of class. I'm going to preview the lesson here with you. So this is 8-4A listening, deforestation. This is available to all our premium subscribers. We're going to talk about a few different countries. We're going to talk about deforestation in Brazil and what is being done in the Amazon to protect it. We're going to talk about tackling this deforestation in Brazil. Then we're going to talk about Zambia. So you will have access to all of these. We're not going to go over every single country. We're also going to, premium subscribers are going to look at Thailand and deforestation there. And then what you want to do, we've taken notes. We've gone over note-taking strategy in class before. And yeah, we can have a hangout too, Sarbajit. We're not going to after this class, but you guys are welcome to organize one on your own. A hangout would be very good. I can try to do that for the next class, but this is probably going to be a one-time class thing, just talking about this subject, and then we're going to move on. In India, politicians are the main cause of deforestation. Yeah, there's a political element to it, absolutely, and I would say that's true in every country. Okay. Environmental awareness is very good. Yes, so you guys can create your own groups if you want and discuss some of these things. Premium subscribers reach out to each other and maybe discuss different countries in, like, as a group, and then find someone else and discuss another country, or maybe the same one. Sometimes it's good to get different perspectives from different students. But then use the exercise that we have here. You have copies of this. You can go to the exercise in Smrt. Just log in using your email you signed up with, and you will have access to this exercise here, okay? And that's going to look a lot like this. Discuss what you've learned from the video and decide how effective you believe the strategy is and what its advantages or disadvantages might be, especially over the long term. And there is a small typo there. This should not have an apostrophe, but I will fix that. So what its advantages or disadvantages might be, especially over the long term. So advantages, these are positive attributes. Advantages are positive attributes about a subject. So advantages, what is good about the plan? Okay, so I just want to break down this prompt, this question here. There is a question being asked. What do you think is the question. So discuss what you've learned from the video. Decide how effective you believe. How well do you think this is going to work? How effective, how well do you believe the strategy, the plan, the approach is? And for that plan, what are the advantages? What are the positive attributes, positive aspects of that plan? And then also, what are the disadvantages? What are the negative attributes, negative aspects of that plan, especially over the long term? What is meant by long term? Long term, bye Vivek, see you later, see you next week. Long term means over the course of the entirety of the plan. So we're talking years and years and years here. With the deforestation, it's a big problem. You can cut down a tree that has been growing for hundreds, even thousands of years, and it takes that long to build that tree back up. So if you cut down a whole forest, it can take hundreds or thousands of years to bring that forest back to life. So what are the good points and what are the bad points, especially when we talk about the long term? Is this a short-term solution? Is it going to fix things quickly but maybe not last? Or is it a long-term solution that may take a while but be really beneficial? So I hope you understand this prompt. Let me know if you have questions about this, because this is going to be your homework if you're a premium subscriber. And you should do this anyway. If you're not a premium subscriber, you should think about this prompt. I just won't be able to give you thorough feedback. like I will for our premium subscribers. Because what I'm going to do for our premium subscribers is I'm going to look at this chart you make for each of the videos and then write comments back to you and give you feedback on how I believe you analyze the videos. Remember analytics from last week or 3 weeks ago now? Well, that's what you're doing here. You're analyzing this listening. So I've talked a lot this class because it's a listening class and I want you to hear my voice. I want you to hear native pronunciation. But we do want to do a little bit of discussion here too. So, hi Adnan. Adan. Welcome. Good to have you. So we want to discuss this. We want to practice our listening skills by showing we comprehend, proving to me and to the class that you guys understand what you are hearing. So we're going to do that. Tatiana, it's your first time here. Welcome, Tatiana. The next discussion is going to be next week, same time, 7:30 a.m. This is Pacific Standard Time, but I can send you those details later if you like. And anyway, so we're going to listen to the first video, the one about Brazil. So you're gonna see the video. You'll get some context, some visual context, and we're gonna listen together, and then we're gonna talk about it and talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages. Okay? So back to our lesson here, and where is our deforestation? Here we go. Okay. Back to our lesson. We're going to listen to this first video. So I'm going to disappear for just a minute while you guys watch this. Listen carefully, take notes, think about the prompt. What caused the problem, the deforestation, and what are some of the solutions? What are benefits, advantages, positive aspects, and maybe negative disadvantages over the long term, okay? So think about that, and I'll be back as soon as the video is done.
In the Brazilian state of Mato Grosso, the world's priorities are etched onto the borders of the Amazon with geometric precision. This line divides the world's most productive soy fields from the world's greatest forest carbon sinks. One side fills the world's bellies, the other regulates the world's climate. For most of the past half-century, humanity has tended to put our stomachs first. Farmers have rapidly expanded their land by using fire, bulldozers, sawmills, and logging teams. So much so that with the next harvest, Brazil expects to overtake the US as the world's biggest soy-producing nation. Evandro Carlos Selva is part of a team of high-tech rangers who use satellite monitoring to track down and where possible prevent forest clearance. It appears to be working. Thanks largely to their efforts, deforestation in the Brazilian Amazon has slowed by more than 75% since 2004. Each season, farmers still start fires and use chains to clear the land, but Environment Ministry rangers, like Selva, can move rapidly to the affected areas, confiscate equipment, levy fines, and cut access to bank loans and business markets.
Você tem mais ferramentas para trabalhar, então isso ajuda muito a fiscalização. Você tem a capacidade muito boa de deslocamento rápido com aeronave, com veículos de boa qualidade, né? Então é mais fácil de você combater.
The government says operations like this have helped to reduce carbon emissions from deforestation by 56%. They're the result of an innovative collaboration between the Space Agency and the Environment Ministry.
And we can see that it was green here, forest. And now what we have is this pink area means that the area was deforested. And all the law enforcement officers, they go to the field with this information in hands. The key factor that is giving us this very successful strategy is combining the monitoring system with the control system. I mean, monitoring and control are working very close and together to tackle deforestation in Brazil.
So having an eye in the sky and feet on the ground.
Yes, always.
It can take just 2 days for the teams to respond. They have to be armed. This is a wild frontier, and money and land are at stake. All too often, they are still too late, as in this case. Further on, the rangers find the tool that probably caused the devastation.
Correntão, que é acoplado em dois tratores, e vai puxando para revolver as raízes da floresta, para ficar mais fácil limpar, para depois mecanizar, passar a plantadeira, o trator, a colheitadeira, né, que vai colher.
The battle continues. Next year, 2 new satellites with higher definition and radar monitoring will sharpen the remote eyes of the rangers. But with soy prices rising to record highs, it's going to be even harder in the future to hold the line between the food and the forest.
All right. Yes, so as many of you noticed, that was a British accent. Some of you asked how to understand a British accent. Don't hang out with British people. Hang out with American people. They're way cooler. Way cooler. I'm kidding, of course. It's good to listen to different types of accents. Many people who study English will study in maybe a British-speaking college or university, or they will learn British English. Most of the world does prefer American English, and I don't say that just because I'm American. I say that because, generally speaking, the world can understand American accents more easily than British accents. So this is why I encourage students to learn English in America, because you will develop an accent that can be understood everywhere. As an American, I have a hard time sometimes understanding people with a thick British accent, but I can understand almost anyone else who learned English in, American English. The Australian accent, it can be a little more difficult as well for many listeners, but it's closer. So Americans can understand someone from Australia usually a lot better than they can understand someone from parts of England. That's my opinion. I don't really have any data to back that up. But this is what I've heard from students. This is what students tell me. And this is kind of my own observation. There are parts of England that the speakers have such a thick accent that it's very hard for me I have to listen very closely, or some movies. Yes, Steve, the Australian accent is lovely. They pronounce their Y's. I can't really do it very well. I'm embarrassing myself, so I'll stop trying to be Australian. But Hiding Love says, I learned British accent and I agree. The USA is easier to understand. So there you go. There's some other anecdotal corroboration there. Aussie accents are softer versions of British accents. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. Okay, so enough about accents. What about the Amazon and how Brazil is halting deforestation in the Amazon? Let's talk about that a little bit. Let me pause this and go back to our lesson. So how is Brazil halting deforestation? Let's talk about this and let's add some advantages and disadvantages. So what do you guys think? I'm going to go ahead and premium subscribers, you can do this as well because you're going to have different countries here. I'm going to make different little lists for what we're doing. Sorry. I want to merge these and I can't find the merge button. I won't worry about it right now, but we'll call this Brazil. Brazil advantages and disadvantages. So what were some of the advantages to the plan? I'm going to take these from the chat. So what were some positive attributes, positive aspects of what you heard? Adam asks how to speak like a native. Your spelling's a little bit off there. Native English speaker, N-A-T-I-V-E, native. Hang out with Americans, imitate American accents. Listen to my video and try to make your voice sound like my voice. Choose a sentence, choose this sentence right here and try to say it exactly like I say it. I enunciate during this class. I pronounce words as clearly as I possibly can for you so that you can practice, but try to sound like me. Pretend, your voice is my voice. Try to make your voice sound like my voice. Hang out. Thank you, Sarbajit. Sarbajit likes my accent. He says it's awesome. Thank you. I like your guys' accents as well. And, an accent is okay. As long as people can understand you, it's fine to retain your accent. There are some jobs you might want to work on accent reduction. If you're going to work in radio or news or something where your voice will be broadcast everywhere. You could also, if you're working in aviation, aeronautics, and you need to become a pilot, pilots have to have a very clear accent because they have to communicate over radios a lot. So hang out with native speakers, imitate native speakers, use English as frequently as possible. Songs are good. I know Sarbajit learns songs and imitates the singers. That's helpful as well. But speaking is the best. Just speak with native speakers. Try to sound like them. Imitate them. Imitation is a good way to reduce your accent. Okay, so they're producing a lot, growing food like soy, but the results are terrible. Okay, what are your thoughts about the video? What else did you notice? What were advantages and disadvantages? What were things that were good about the plan and bad about the plan? I'm not going to do these for you. I want you guys to come up with them on your own. So what are advantages? What are disadvantages? Zed has, the advantage is they can make money, but are losing trees. Okay, true, an advantage is making money to the people making money, but to human beings on planet Earth that need trees to produce oxygen, that's certainly a disadvantage, right? So we're talking about the strategy. Strategy is like an intelligent plan to eliminate deforestation. What strategy has the country chosen to fight deforestation? So making money by cutting down the trees is not necessarily an advantage here. All right. French Leo is being very humble about his beautiful English accent. Thank you, French Leo. Your humility is inspiring. The advantage is they can make money. Urbanization is an advantage. So explain further, Sarbajit, why is urbanization an advantage to stopping deforestation? So I'm going to write this down tentatively. Urbanization, but why? Why? I want you to expand on your idea. Tell me more. Why is urbanization an advantage, a positive thing to stop deforestation? Please explain. I like where you're going, but please explain. I can't send link to you, Ella, about an Aussie accent. Okay, you guys are still stuck on the accents. Urbanization, deforestation, come on, team, let's go, class. Leo says they punish or give money to avoid deforestation. Okay, so do you think that's an advantage where we punish, sure, I'll use your words, punishing those who deforest, who cause deforestation? Punishing those who cause deforestation, is that an advantage? That's something good to help stop deforestation? Give me a little bit more. Why is that an advantage? A new way of development. Ella says a new way of development. French Leo says, yes, for farmers, money is better for them. Not money are better. Money is uncount. So we treat it like a singular object, like it is. Money is better for them. Adrian says, the group visit places to look for damaged areas and learn how to limit deforestation. Good. Okay, so advantages. We are on location, right? At the location, the affected location. So at the affected location, the location that is being deforested. I'm going to continue using that verb that French Leo likes. So they're at that place where it's happening. A lot of people, I think it's good to go to those locations and see for yourself, because sometimes it doesn't really sink in as a reality until you can see it. They have more space, and so they can gain lots of money. Okay, so Sarbajit elaborated on urbanization. He says, it may be a bit complex, but I meant urbanization will improve the country's technology, enabling them to search for easier solutions. Okay, I like that. Urbanization, allowing for tech improvement to solve the problem. I would list this as a long-term solution. Okay, that's a long-term solution. It's going to take a lot of time, but it could create a lot of good. And Sarbajit focused on that when I said, let's talk about especially over the long term. So that's very, very good. All right. Cracking down on the reckless cutting of trees. Yes. I like your phrasal verb there. It's a little casual. Cracking down. Phrasal verb, cracking down means to become more strict. Cracking down on cutting of trees. Needless. Reckless. I like that. Very natural sentence there. That's something that I would hear in a English 101 class. Cutting down on the reckless cutting of trees. Good language, Nitesh. Good job. All right. They get a big area to live in and make companies and factories, new workplaces. Okay. So I think it's time we watch tackling deforestation in Brazil. So we're going to watch some of, what does it mean when we say tackling deforestation? We are trying to stop it. To tackle, that's a term that most Americans associate with American football. It's where you go in and you tackle your opponent. You jump on them and pull them to the ground. So if we're jumping on deforestation and pulling it to the ground, we are trying to stop it, right? So let's watch this video, have a short discussion, and then I'll leave you with your assignment for the day, or for the week. Fanny has to leave. Have a good day. Yes, absolutely. Have a good day, Fanny. We will see you next week, okay? This is the next video, so go ahead and focus on this, and we'll chat right after.
This year, Brazil has reached the lowest level of deforestation in the Amazon in 21 years. This means a drop of 45.7% in comparison to the last period. The deforested area was reduced from 13 to 7,000 square kilometers, a reduction intensified in recent years, which is a result of social and public policies as well as effective actions to combat deforestation, an example you're about to watch in the following report.
We are in Itaituba, in the state of Pará, up north in Brazil. From here we are heading to Novo Progresso, where the Brazilian Institute of Environment has been tackling deforestation. And the quickest way to get there is taking a helicopter.
When they say the Amazon is the size of a continent, they're not exaggerating. 59% of Brazilian territory is formed by the largest tropical rainforest on the planet. Putting an end to the destruction of the forest is not an easy task. That's why the Brazilian government is investing in technology. At Ibama's base in Novo Progresso, the satellite images show the areas of deforestation. That's crucial information for the operations against environmental crimes. The real-time deforestation detection system has been supporting the monitoring and the enforcement against deforestation since 2004. This way, the National Institute of Space Research, INPE, is able to map both clears cut and areas in process of deforestation by forest degradation.
A imagem de satélite para a gente é quase tudo, né? Porque a partir das imagens de satélite são desencadeadas todas as operações.
Our crew followed Operation Boi Pirata 2, which aims to remove thousands of cattle from the national forest of Jamanchim in Pará. The expansion of cattle ranching in the Amazon has been identified as one of the major causes of illegal deforestation in the region. We drive into the jungle by car. Access is difficult, and those who act illegally create barriers against enforcement.
The Brazilian Institute of Environment has been tackling deforestation in different ways. Right now, they found those seeds here that would be used to create livestock pasturage.
As sementes de pastagem são utilizadas logo após o desmatamento para a formação das pastagens e consolidar o desmatamento.
On the second day, a helicopter took us to regions in the outskirts of Novo Progresso. We landed at this farm where the house was hastily abandoned. 2 chainsaws were seized. All the effort Ibama is putting to stop the destruction of the forest is paying off. The number of enforcement operations in the Amazon region has jumped from an average of 30 per year in 2003 to 300 in 2009. The number of agents involved has risen from 198 6 years ago to 1,200 agents today. As a result, the number of fines has doubled, reaching up to 5,000 per year.
From Novo Progresso to Belterra, here the local community has been leading actions against deforestation. About 500 people living in the national forest of Tapajós got together in order to achieve sustainability.
Our crew found an example of exploiting the resources in an intelligent way.
Dentro dessa área aqui, a gente mede o que está crescendo na floresta.
The trees to be extracted are mapped by species and age. Their absence will not affect the ecosystem.
Então aqui a gente vai deixar as matrizes remanescentes para que garantir que as espécies que sejam exploradas possam crescer, se desenvolver e germinar novamente.
Another great potential for the region is ecotourism, attracting people from all over the world. These Britons came here to get a closer look at the vegetation of the Amazon biome.
Eu estava buscando uma oportunidade para entrar na floresta, mas com pessoas indígenas, pessoas da região, mas essa coisa de ecoturismo eu acho uma coisa muito legal e eu quis saber mais sobre isso.
The coordinator of the activities in Jamaraquá is Dona Conceição. She tells us she has hosted politicians and celebrities here, and that sustainable exploration of the forest has improved the lives of the locals.
Ninguém sabia, de turismo. Quando foi em 2001, foi aí que o turismo avançou, né, nas comunidades. E aí a gente começou a receber os turistas, né, e aprendendo sempre, tendo uns treinamentos, como receber o turista, né, nas nossas casas, receber eles, fazer as caminhadas, fazer as trilhas.
Satellite monitoring of deforestation, enforcement operations, forest management programs, incentives to ecotourism, all examples of what government and society can do and are doing in the construction of the Amazon's sustainable future.
There we go, there's the volume. So I'm going to answer some of the questions that you guys have been asking in the chat here. So Bharat asks...
Brazil has reached the lowest level of...
Sorry. Bharat asks, they cut down trees that are old and dead? Yes, there is such a thing as sustainable harvesting. But what that is cutting responsibly. Sustainable harvesting of trees. That means to cut them down responsibly. Social policies, affirmative actions, investing in technology, operations, create barriers against enforcement, and incentives for tourism. These are all positive attributes from JB. I'm just going to paste those directly. Those are great. And the video was stuck for a while. You missed a few things. That's okay, Sarbajit. You're a premium subscriber, so you can watch it again. No problem. Hiding Love says parents should teach children that the trees are important and concern people. Yes, and education for our next generations is very important. Many animals lose their habitat. That is definitely a disadvantage if we move too slowly. Yes, absolutely. So there's a difference between deforestation and logging or responsible harvesting of trees. So deforestation is the destruction of trees. I do want you guys to know that responsible cutting, logging, and harvesting is possible when people work to sustain forests as our natural resource ecosystems. Okay, so a responsible cutting, logging, and harvesting is possible when people work to sustain forests as our natural resource ecosystems. So that's not the best sentence in the world, but I'm just going to end it with sustain our forests. We can cut one big old tree and plant 2 or 3 new trees. Yes, that is possible. We just have to do it at a rate that is responsible. If we cut all the trees and just plant little trees, it doesn't quite work as well. We need to cut some big trees and then plant 2 or 3 new ones, but we have to wait. And we have to do this at a pace where the forest can catch up and continue to grow. We can't just cut all of them down. That is irresponsible. So we should cut down and replace with new growing trees. Yes, absolutely. So these are great comments. You guys have done wonderfully. We had a lot of different accents there. We had some Portuguese speakers speaking with English and in their accents. We had some British speakers and listen to their accents. You can listen to my accent. So what I'd like you guys to do is watch the remaining videos. If you're premium subscribers, log on and watch the video on Zambia and Thailand, the home of our friend and student Hiding Love there is from Thailand, I believe. So I'd like you to watch these and then create notes in the exercises about what you learned from the video. So take notes and then talk about main reasons for deforestation in the country and then strategies to fight that deforestation. And then describe what you've learned from the videos. So describe the advantages and disadvantages in notes for each video and then share those with me. I'd like our premium subscribers to also add just here's your homework. Complete the exercise from today's lesson, which is 8-4, listening. And then write a small paragraph describing any deforestation problem in your country and what is being done to stop it. Okay? So those are your 2 points of homework, is to do the exercise. At the bottom of the exercise, write a small paragraph describing any deforestation problem in your country and what is being done to stop it. Okay? So thank you guys so much. Great questions. The world needs to move towards sustainable ways and processes. Ella, you're totally right. Rosa says they're using trees to produce paper, right? So in some cases, yeah, lots of products. Paper, lumber, buildings, furniture, things like that. And Steve says responsible cutting, logging, and harvesting is possible when people work to sustain forests. That's a great sentence, yep. That summarizes it. So that is the end of our lesson for today. We'll be back next week. Once again, if you want to become a premium subscriber, here are the class options. There's a bunch of lovely classes. You can join this one, or you can join one of our other awesome classes with awesome teachers. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube from this page as well. First month's free. Check it out. Lots of awesome teachers. And then make sure if you're a premium subscriber, you send me the homework before next class so I can get that corrected for you. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. As always, thank you so much. Here is a brief message from the amazing Sean.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to our channel. Also, if you want the full experience of being a student in a Smrt Live class with things like homework and teacher feedback, follow the link and become a premium subscriber. Also, if you want to see more videos from this class, check out our playlist.